constant innovation, unparalleled education, groundbreaking global business education you'll find only at Oxford College of Business. That's because all we do, all we are, is business education.
It was the 14th of April, a day to celebrate, for it was the Sinhala and Hindu New Year. But the usually festive day suddenly transformed to one of country's most darkest days, with the news of Meethotamulla garbage dump swallowing all the nearby houses and numerous lives within its reach.
For many of us, it might have been just another disaster that happened in this country. But for the people who lived here, who went through that, it was a disaster that scarred their lives for the rest of their days.
Government's perpetual lack of interest on sustainable solid waste management was highly criticized, and the authorities were pressurized to take the responsibility. It is in this backdrop the international community offered its expertise on solid waste management methods, with the World Bank offering to fund these projects within the country. As a result, a large-scale sustainable solid waste management project was initiated by the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development, which is to be implemented under 3 phases. The short-term phase focuses on stabilizing and rehabilitating the Meethotamulla garbage dump, which stood more than 200 feet tall in the Kolonava area. The Urban Development Authority sees dumping garbage in Meethotamulla, and at present, waste is directed to 2 alternative sites in Keravalapitia and Dumpe, which are clear of human habitation. There, however, remains a problem. Due to biological reactions in decomposition process of solid waste at the dump, organic as well as inorganic gases generated have accumulated over the year. One such gas is the highly flammable methane. This also brings the risk of explosion when the gas achieves high concentrations. So, what has the government done so far to solve this issue?
We have stabilized it, and now we are to go for what you call the long-term plan to convert the Meethotamulla dump to a kind of a nice landscape, a kind of a forest patch and a linear park in Meethotamulla dump. We have been doing the monitoring right from the beginning, and still it is on. In no time, I would say that the Ministry of Megapolis would start off the project of rehabilitation of Meethotamulla.
Meanwhile, the medium-term phase carried out by Sri Lanka Land Reclamation and Development Corporation focuses on maintaining waste until the proposed long-term solutions are put in place.
Right now, CLLRDC is managing the entire waste generated in the CMC area and the suburban areas, mainly from Kaduwela, Paliyagoda, Kelaniya, Wattala and Kolonava. We have developed a waste park at the Keravalapitia. Per day, we are receiving about 750 metric tons of waste. Out of that, 300 metric tons of degradable waste, and producing compost out of that. The yield will be 25 to 50 metric tons per day compost. That compost is very much required for development of our productivity in the agriculture sector. By using the compost, we can increase the productivity of the farm yards and reduce the importation of the inorganic fertilizer, and could be reduce the impact from the inorganic fertilizer usage.
The third and final phase, which is long-term, includes 2 projects that would be implemented simultaneously. This will include secure and sanitary landfilling in Aruwakkalu and the establishment of 3 waste-to-energy sites. The Aruwakkalu project is under the purview of the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development, while the 3 waste-to-energy projects are done by 3 private companies, namely Western Power Corporation Limited, KCHT Holdings and Fairway Waste Management Private Limited. Professor Jayavira said the project in Aruwakkalu will be implemented within a year.
What we are supposed to do is to bring all the waste into transfer station, which is to be established in Kelaniya, and through the rail it will go to Aruwakkalu in Putlam area. There we are going to dump in a scientific manner in Aruwakkalu in the lands which have already been harnessed for limestones for the cement manufacturing. 1,200 metric tons of waste could be handled easily.
Executive Director of Fairway Waste Management, Dr. Prasad Kulatunga, meanwhile, went on to explain the Karadiyana Solid Waste Management project that is to be implemented by the company.
We are proposing a hybrid technology where the biological waste will be treated with a biological process and the rest of the waste will be treated by mass burn incineration, which is the most widely used end-of-the-pipe waste treatment method in the world. It is only practical way because not all waste is the same. Waste is inhomogeneous and you can't treat them. Lots of people think that you can treat them, do composting. Yes, composting should be done at household levels, but it cannot be the solution for the entire waste stream. Waste finally is collected by municipalities and local governments and it has to end up at some landfill.